What's going on, guys? Matt over here with Lethal Garage, and today I want to provide a, I guess technically November car update and talk about an awesome event that's happening the first weekend of December. So, as you guys know, 2016 Camaro 2SS, full built, cam, forged, fuel system, suspension, a supercharger, everything. She's built, right? And I've sat back many of times and kind of like, well, what else could I do to the car? What else do I need to do to the car? And nothing really came to fruition until I took my car to the track. And I did an 1/8 mile. Yeah, not full quarter mile yet, but we did 1/8 mile. We wanted to see how the launch was, how the tune was, where the shift points were, all that stuff. And it was really key to dial that stuff in so we can actually see where problems are or where it's running great. So overall, the car on the street runs like a dream. I love it. At the track, we ran into some issues with the stock converter because it's a stock converter on a car that's making basically double the horsepower almost from factory. So, you know, it's probably 850 all the way up to, I don't know what the crank horsepower is. We can only guesstimate. So I'm just guessing in the 850 to 880 range. I don't know, but that's my guess. So that being stated, new converter. Now, the new converter will allow the stall rate to be higher and allow it to catch and basically put the power down to the wheels faster. That's the most simplistic way I could describe it. I am not a genius when it comes to this stuff, but a new converter will fix my launch times. Shift points, that just needs to be dialed in. We tried to do it remote. It got better, but Ryan from Cunningham Motorsports is actually going to be up at Battle of the Bowties with me on December 3rd, and we're going to dial her in pretty early in the morning on the quarter mile to see if we can get the shift points right. But unfortunately, I won't have the stock or the new converter in the car. So I ordered a new converter. Fast Tech Performance worked with Circle D to get a proper converter for my car. We spec'd it out exactly based on Ryan Cunningham's at Cunningham Motorsports specs. And it's very similar to the, if you guys are familiar with the Fireball Camaro that's running 8-second times. Yeah, fast car. But, you know, we're going to go with a new converter. So that is one of the next things going in the car is a new converter. Now, some people will be like, how is that going to affect daily drivability? It's probably going to make daily drivability not as great as it is now. Sorry, I can't talk. But I don't think it's going to be atrocious. I don't think it's going to be completely terrible. I'm going to live with it. But you know what? Once I get it, I will let you know how it is. So going to a converter that high, I don't know. I've never driven a car with one. So even Circle D's like, he daily drives it. He should probably go with an A series, not a B series. But we're going with the B series, so we'll see what it's like. If I completely hate it, maybe I'll change it up. I don't know, but it's an expensive cost. I mean, the converter's not too expensive. It's like $1,200 roughly, give or take, and then plus the install cost. So, and that's not going to be cheap because you do have to drop the transmission and all that stuff. So, the other thing, you guys have known this. I've talked about it a lot, but brakes. So, my car, I am still very much running the stock brake setup. And they're not terrible, but for the kind of power my car is putting down, I should have a lot more brake. And I do. I want brakes. So that is a plan for early 2018 as an upgrade for the car. I'm going to be the one doing the full replacement on them and upgrading them. So I'm going to have a full, install video and all that stuff for you guys. I've already done a brake video and stuff to show you how to change your pads and all that stuff, but this will be a full brake system install, so rotors, calipers, all that junk. So that will be really fun. I'm super excited to finally have that. I'm looking at the bigger Brembo brakes. They're actually a little bit bigger than even the ZL1, the 2017 ZL1 brake offering. So it's like their big brake offering. GM doesn't offer them, but you have to buy them direct from Brembo, and they're super expensive. So if anybody knows someone at Brembo, hit them up, let them know that I'm looking for brakes and see if maybe they'll give me a break. Probably not, whatever, I'll pay full cost. But yeah, outside of that, I think there will be some stylistic changes. Of course there will be. So I do have new side skirts. If you guys are wondering why I have actual rocker panels sitting here, I purchased these used. These came off a SS1LE. And the reason for that is, if you guys know, I have the GM body kit on my car, and it actually has 2 sets of rivet points, low and high, And the problem is with the new side skirts that I have, they don't go as high as the GM setup. So I did go with the ACS Composite gloss black ZL1 style side skirts. I really like the way they look. I think they're going to give the car a little bit more of an aggressive look in its stance. But those will be going on. And I had to get, again, new side skirts because the GM body kit ones, there'll be a row of holes that will be exposed if I take those off. So I figured I would just leave those on that kit, pull that whole thing off, put the new skirts on, and then mount the ACS setup. So that install's coming. I actually might do that tomorrow night. So for those of you who come out to battle the Bowties, might be able to see it on the car. So outside of that, a lot of you who follow me on Instagram, you guys, and actually here on YouTube, I actually brought it up first. I want to replace my wing, or my spoiler. I want something different. I really like the ZL1 1LE wing. It really has captured my attention. I really like the way it looks. It has a really aggressive look. But a lot of you are like, well, if you do that, you got to get the canards. I'm never going to put canards on my car. I just don't like them. And I'm not changing the front end. I've decided to keep the SS front end. I'm going to leave it. I'm not buying any aftermarket front end for this car. I'm just turning myself away from that. I'm not doing it. So, but outside of that, stylistic changes, I am still going to paint my side mirrors black. I think I've been saying that for a year. And it just hasn't lined up to where I can bring my car down, have the mirrors removed, get them painted, and have them installed. Maybe I'll do that the first of this year since I don't have a lot of travel coming up. There's not a lot of shows in early January, so maybe January will be a good time to get those done and they could just sit and bake and cure for a while. But I do want to paint those mirrors black, if you guys don't know. Kind of like the ZL1 1LEs or the SS 1LE, or I think even the V6 1LE, LT 1LE, all have the black mirrors, or they're like that grayish color. But yeah. But where, I don't know. And I mean, I just want to highlight, I know I've talked about this also a lot, and I kind of want a new look for the car. I want to do something different. And I kind of been looking at some throwback things from old school first gen Camaros, or things that people have done to their Camaros over the years. And there's a design that I've kind of fallen in love with, and I'm not going to get into the details of it, but you may potentially, like if I can get the right price and the right deal and make the design look right for what I'm envisioning for the 6th gen, there may be a lethal wrap coming. And I know I have talked about wraps in the past, and I've said I would never do it if I had to pay for it, but I think I might do something different, even if it's just for a short time period, kind of like a throwback look, just something cool to do. You know, it wouldn't be permanent. It would be obviously a wrap so I could pull it off and change it, and just something unique, something that I have not seen on any 6th gen ever. Like, I just have not seen anybody do this. So it would be a unique, cool design, something exclusive in a sense, where I would be working with a designer to make it work for the 6th gen. We'll see. I mean, it's an expensive endeavor to take on, and I think it would look really cool, but we'll just have to see if it pans out. So that is something I'm looking at, something I'm considering. I know a lot of you guys have asked if I would ever wrap the car. I always said I would potentially wrap it if, you know, the right opportunity came along, but I might just go full in and pay for it. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. So outside of that, the car's doing great. Again, you know, 747 horsepower to the wheels. I mean, if you round up, it was 748. It was like 747.89 or something like that. But the car's running great. It's doing great. Sounds nice. Do I have my keys out here? I do. We could even do a little, I think I parked her. Unfortunately, I think I parked it in tour mode. It's in tour mode. Let's pull it out. I think I need to check my air pressure. Like, my air pressure's down at 26 pounds on the left side and 28, 27 on the right side. It's gotten a little, it's getting cold out here, so, whoa, camera going crazy. It's getting cold out here, so pressure is dropping a lot, so I'll top those off today as well. Now that's a little warmed up. Here, we'll do a proper proper startup. So yeah, car's running great, everything's going good. Now, one thing you've probably heard me mention a couple times is Battle of the Bowties. What is Battle of the Bowties? It is an event that myself, Corn-Fed Camaro, if you guys don't know Corn-Fed Greg, who has the crazy SEMA car, previously the Hyper Blue 1LE that was wrapped in the multi-chameleon color, I don't know what they call it. We're putting on an event with Red List Group up at Famosa Raceway on December 3rd. It is presented by Cunningham Motorsports and Addiction Motorsports. So if you guys don't know either of those shops, check them out. Cunningham does tuning and builds, so does Addiction Motorsports. They're both really good friends. So they're putting on the event alongside us called Battle of the Bowties. And again, this is a car show that is multiple different things. So full show and shine car show, trucks. If it was built at a GM plant, so GM bodied, Holden, Cadillac, any of those cars, like tons of different kinds, right? So if it came out of a GM owned plant, it is allowed at the show for the show and shine. It's allowed at the show for the drag racing, all that stuff. So full show and shine with trophies, drag racing with cash prizes, and there are awards for both, for the show and shine and the drag racing, that anybody can win. So it's not just going to be the fastest car. So if you want to get your car out there, get some times in the quarter mile, Famoso is probably one of the best known quarter mile tracks literally in California. I don't know if there's a better quarter mile track in California. Yes, it's out there above Bakersfield in McFarland, California. It's a little ways, but for a full fun day out at the track from 10 to 5, like, it is worth the drive. Trust me, guys. Come on out, check it out. Again, full show and shine car show, full drag racing for, you can either race, you can spectate, there's tons of seating, there's lots of food and drinks. We're gonna have a couple different vendors out there for food and drinks. ZL1 add-ons will be there doing install, so if you guys are interested in any of the products he has, John will literally install them there at the show for you if you want to pick those up. He's also a sponsor of the event, so he'll actually be there Saturday and Sunday. Red List is doing their event on the 2nd, but our Battle of the Bowties is on the 3rd. So this Sunday, up at Famosa Raceway, I hope to see you guys there. If you guys live even close, Arizona, Texas, Utah, whatever, come on down. I know it's a little bit of a drive, but it is going to be an awesome day. I think you guys are going to find it well worth it. It'll be good times. You'll see the Lethal Camaro going down for the first few times, quarter mile. I believe Greg's even going to take his car down, you know, Corn-Fed Camaro. So there's monster cars. I know Magnuson's going to have their 1,100 plus horsepower equipped 6th gen Camaro. There's lots of Corvette. I've seen just like tons of cars. Corvettes, 900, 800, 1,000 plus horsepower cars are all going to be there driving, having a good time. So come on out, check it out. But that's also where we're going to be testing my car. So part of the car update will be the first time doing the quarter mile. It'll be the first time we really get Ryan in the car, checking the shift points and all that stuff out, seeing how we can dial this in. So the first couple runs will probably be lame duck runs, but then we'll get into it and really see what she's doing and how we can get her to go faster. So I'm hoping 10s will be in my future, but with the stock converter and stuff, I don't know what will happen, but I do hope that we can at least get into the 10s. Hopefully, even if it's the high 10s, I don't care. But yeah, that's what I got. That's where we're at. So car update, brakes, converter, some stylistic changes. I do think there's still more to do. I do, like, I'm going back and forth. Do I keep my Pro Charger, maybe put a bigger unit? What if I did put a Magnuson, like the new 2650 setup on my car and went for 1,000 plus horsepower? Am I crazy for even thinking to want to do that? I think I am. I don't know. And then there's parts of me that are just like, just be done with it and let's go get the next car. A lot of you guys are wondering, what is the next car? I'm not going to tell you. Not yet. So there's a lot of interest in a 2nd gen Camaro that I'm looking at, and there's a lot of interest in a new Mustang. I know a lot of you guys will be like, what the heck? But I think for the channel, how awesome would it be to get a Mustang, build it up to the same power level, and then be able to speak to which car feels better, which one's faster, all that stuff. And yeah, I'd probably get, I mean, I really want to get a stick Mustang. I do, but I probably would get the automatic 10 because that is the fastest version of the Mustang GT currently. So it would be a huge disadvantage for me to get a stick shift against my car. It just would be. And I know a lot of you guys want me to get a stick, but I might have to get an automatic for a fair comparison between the two cars. And if I did it, I mean, I'm gonna have to finance it because I'm basically gonna full build the car. I was kind of hoping that the next car I could just lease it and do basic bolt-on kind of stuff to it. And maybe I could do that because the internals on the car are already forged from Ford. We'll see. We'll find out. So I don't know. I'm not sold on the decision yet because I'm sitting back going, I'm going to have two of the exact same cars just with different logos on them. I don't know. And then there's the color choice. What color do I go with? Oh my goodness. Not black. I know a lot of you could be like, get black. No, I do not want to be washing that thing every 5 minutes. So, yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got for this update. A big, huge shout out to you guys for checking out the channel and being a part of everything crazy here. Thanks for following. Thanks for watching these videos. If you guys are interested in more information, smash that subscribe. I'll be uploading all sorts of videos, new install guides, overviews, all sorts of stuff. I am working with a lot of new companies as well, trying to get more parts that I can install on other Camaros. Just because I don't install them on mine doesn't mean I can't create install guides on other people's cars. So if you guys are a company checking out this video and you have a product you'd love to see installed on a Camaro or see my review or overview of your product, hit me up, reach out. I would love to check it out, love to do an install guide for it. Likes, comments, shares are appreciated. Check out the Lethal swag down below. Hats, shirts, hoodies. It's cold season. Get your sweatshirts. 6th gens literally arrive today and ship out tonight. So all the pre-order 6th gen hoodies, if you guys have ordered them, there's a lot of you guys out there. They ship out tonight. They'll get there probably the weekend or early next week. But check them out. So until next time, guys, hope to see you on the road or at Battle of the Bowties.